Welcome back to another paper theater build. This is a 3 out of 5 diamond difficulty paper theater. It's called Paper Theater 166 Howl's Determination, and it's from the Studio Ghibli film Howl's Moving Castle. It's one of my favorite Studio Ghibli films, probably my second favorite, I think. And maybe not even just to watch, but playing in the background, it's really nice. I guess Studio Ghibli is something that just makes everyone feel happy and nostalgic, and I really enjoy putting together these little paper theaters because it only takes about an hour. I believe the total recording footage of this was about 50 minutes, and with all that, it's just a 1 hour or so, and it is a time for you to decompress and unwind, and you come out with a really cute little thing that you can have in your house, and they're just super cool, and I really like looking at them. This one is one of the standard paper theater, made out of only paper, and it's the standard size, and it's a medium difficulty. And if you want a more tutorial-like video rather than just a sped up time lapse, I'll link one in the description below where you can get more beneficial information. This one's just kind of for viewing pleasure. And I know this is an art channel. I am going back to doing regular art uploads. I've just been super busy with work and my garden. It's July, middle of July, so it's the time that the garden starts to be really poppin'. I have about 150 tomato plants in my backyard. Well, I guess total, because I have a few in like the front yard and side yard. But I have about 150 tomato plants. Not all of them make it throughout the season, which is why I have so many. I have some that I planted maybe about a month ago in pots, and I transplanted, I think 5 or 6 of them yesterday in the garden. That the tomatoes in the garden, sometimes they get some kind of blight or some kind of plant disease, and it doesn't really spread to the other ones, and it just kind of doesn't produce very well and then kind of dies. And I'm pretty new to gardening, and that happened for me as well last year. Not a big percentage of them, but pretty consistently. About, I think 10% at least you can expect to do that. So this year I anticipated that, as well as planting a whole bunch more plants. I did about 6 times more plants than I did last year. And so that's been taking up some of my time, although it's not that time consuming because I did a lot of prep for the initial garden, so I don't do any weeding. I did a pretty good job. So there are some weeds and grass coming up now, but it's not anything that gets in the way. And that's kind of what I did this morning as well as I kind of harvest every day. The amount that I harvest every day is probably like a pound or 2 of tomatoes. So I harvest every day after work, and once a week I can tomatoes that I grow. And I'm trying not to prune everything too much because I don't want to spend all my time in the garden. So today's the first time I pruned in 2 weeks, and it was very necessary, but it was good. It only took about an hour and a half, and I did it before the sun was hot and scary. So that was really fun. Another thing that I did this past week was I watched it's not Studio Ghibli, but it's some Japanese animation company. The movie Dear King Shika no O was really good. It was only a 2-day event, so you can't really go watch it unless they put it back in theaters, but it was really good. My criticism for the movie is it just seemed like such a cool universe. I have heard it's an anime, and I'll look more into that, but I feel like having the movie be just a singular movie and not part of a series, I just feel like there are so many things that could have been more explored that were not, because it was just such a cool movie. Try not to spoil anything, but there's that main character, Van, and his daughter, Yuna, and I guess, Deer King. But I don't know, it was just really good. It had elements of like older times, I guess. There wasn't really a lot of technology. They had some airships that had some kind of technology, but in general everything was like traveling by foot or on horse, or in this case the little deer creature called the puika. And there was this one medic guy. I'm a little confused with how he was affiliated with stuff, but like where he came from, I guess. I know he came from some medic school, but he was really cool. And they had like his thing was, there's this disease going around and it seems to be attacking only certain people. And so the thing was like, oh, it's like the gods have chosen this clan. So if you're not of this clan, the disease affects you. It's the curse of whoever. And that's like the whole premise of the movie, is like this disease is killing everyone. And then so this doctor guy's like, there's got to be something more. It can't just be a curse. So it's like a little bit of like, I'm assuming it's set in an older period, but it's kind of like, is this science? Is this religion? Like, what is this? And then there's like, it's visually very nice, and some parts kind of make you cry. I didn't realize until it was over that it was rated R, which I guess I understand, but I think with how like we deal with media and stuff today, I think that you might be shocked that it was rated R. There's like no nudity or anything. It's just kind of a little bit violent. But anyway, that was my Deer King rant. And I have some art videos planned for this week. So if you're interested, I hope you watch those and enjoy. Have a good one.